The day has come. It's finally here.
We are taking the boat.
And the rest of the family on a sail.
Woohoo! Finally.
To Gardiner's Bay, over and across to Block Island. In 3, 2, 1.
Finally, we found 2 days off on Cody's schedule, aligning perfectly with what looked like a perfect return sail to Block Island. And yeah, that was Millie having the hiccups. Decisions were made, and there was only a couple of small adjustments left before we felt good to go.
That's all I got. So you want to start with these inner stays, not too much, but quite a bit. Start with the inner stays, get those nice and tight, see if it's straight. Then I come up to my outer stays here. I get those fairly tight, and then I'll walk around with this spinnaker halyard, which is at the top of the mast at a single point. Kind of judge and see if we're bending the mast either way. At that point, so I've gotten this inner stay, outer stay done, and now I have Therese about to send me up to the D4s. You ready, kids? We're moving the house.
What's the wind right now?
We're at a knot of wind. 1 knot.
We're going to Block Island because every 90 days we have to be out of New York. It's just the rule of the state. So Cody's got a couple of days off. So usually when he has a day off, it's a little rainy. So today it is raining a little bit, maybe soon. I don't know. Like misty, yeah, it's gonna rain eventually, but the wind is right to go to Block. Is it southeasterly? I don't even know what it is. It's nothing.
10 knots right now.
Southwest and 10 knots, so we're hoping for when we go out into the bay.
I'm slowly down with it.
Anyway, we have to go back by tomorrow, or we have to go back tomorrow, and it's gonna switch later this afternoon to a northeast, which means downwind both ways. So that's why we're doing it. Millie needs to sail. So hopefully tomorrow will be more beautiful, and hopefully we'll be able to pull out some sails a little later.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see what happens when we get out to Gardiner's Bay.
It turned into a little bit of a waiting game. The perfectly predicted weather window weren't looking so perfect anymore, but with high hopes of wind picking up, we weren't about to give up just yet. And just as expected, Gardiner's Bay presented the first opportunity to pull out some fabric, and we took it. The suspense towards no engine running, I think, is the one feeling sailors enjoy the most. Well, apart from actually sailing, that is.
Turn on the autopilot. I might need you to actually catch it.
The autopilot is on. Why can't you catch it like you always do? Because I don't want to practice right now.
While we're moving forward. You know how hard this is? You're gonna reach under, and when you go to catch it, turn it over, okay? Let it come in the boat though. It'll always go up, so you have to like, here, watch out, I'll grab it. Maybe.
Good job. Yeah, I'll practice that.
Good thing we're only doing about 3 knots, honey.
First
There's some rock
successful drone
seated
footage while sailing.
while sailing.
It's a no-fly zone within Sag Harbor, which has been horrible for my video making.
Well, that and
But we're
working every day.
finally out. Yeah, finally out. So the wind is not with us, literally. 4 knots to wind now, though. It's a little bit. The sails are still up, but it's on our nose. It's just going to be a lot of fog. Can't really see a lot, and we're just gonna have to motor sail the whole way there, probably. What is it? Oh, kind of looked like dolphins right now, but I think, what is that? Yeah, it's crab traps. Millie's sleeping. The vibration of the engine is actually just soothing her right to sleep. So at least she's stretching out and getting rest. So that's good. Even with the wind slowly dying, we were determined to make it there and to have a first experience alone with Millie on board underway.
We made it to Block Island. This is Therese. She likes to dress up. I think we're gonna go into one of the restaurants that's in town here. I believe one place is called The Ore, and that's like the #1 go-to place. You have to get a mudslide kind of deal, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's what they say.
Well, that is really good.
Hopefully there's a spot. Actually, there's a lot of people here. This mooring field is completely packed. I think we actually found the last guest mooring.
Maybe.
No, it was because I just called into the harbor master and he sent everybody over to privates that were calling in after us.
All right.
So we slid in just in time. All right. Well, we're going out to eat. So.
All right. I'm gonna put this in the dinghy. That bag is now my new handbag.
Yeah.
Ooh,
this is our go.
This is like, how well does this match me?
She doesn't.
I feel like this is good. All right. This is how we do it boat style.
Into the dry bags.
It's true. If you ever go visit Block Island, it's mandatory to go to the Ore and order their famous mudslide, and not the sissy ice cream one. Though little did we know that this was going to be our only excursion on land this time. So we are basically gonna just go back. That was the plan all along, though. Go back today. We just kind of wanted to enjoy Block Island a little bit, but the weather is not really working with us. There's no sun. It's pretty cold. The wind is dead east, which is good, but it's just foggy too. So exploring isn't really that much fun today. Sailing, maybe a little bit better. Visibility won't be good, but at least we'll have wind, dead downwind, which this boat is not really set up for, but we can still make it. So yeah, it's about, I don't know, 11 right now a.m. and I think we're just gonna start our sail back. Cody is going to fill up a little bit of diesel, some jerry cans, and then we're gonna head out. Ow. Yeah, this is what she does to me. I call it parent abuse. Dude, ow. Well, you ready to rock? Yeah. Get your rocking foot on. Okay. Okay, you stable? Get going. Okay. Start her up. So, optimistic as always, we headed back out for our return, expecting a semi-comfortable downwind sail back home. Usually, when you look at wind, you can add a few knots for good measure,
But looked like this was one of those few times where you could just chuck that rule and look the other way.
Do you want the main sheet on your side?
So it is around 1 o'clock. Somewhere around there, about 1 o'clock, we left locking around the lemon. It's a 35-mile sail-ish. You could head in the right direction. It's anywhere from 5 to 7 hours, depending on speed usually. Could even take 8, depending on jive. But we got a pretty good course here that we're running. It's pushing us a bit north, so it is more of like an easterly flow. I'm able to run it around 300 degrees. Therese is downstairs making some breakfast, hopefully. Smells like it. Millie just took her first nap, and this is kind of like our first little, I wouldn't call it a passage, but it's our first little adventure out on sail. So we're trying to get her used to kind of all the sounds, I guess, of the boat. So we're running, I would say we're probably running around 160 degrees off the wind, somewhere in there. I don't really have, this is completely incorrect. It only has wind speed for me. 165 maybe, right where I start losing the headsail from the blockage of the main. And so we're getting a little bit of a slap around sail with quartering swells and everything. So it's pretty good to get her used to some of these environments. I think this is, you know, she's getting used to the water rushing through the hull, and then she's getting used to the block slapping around a little bit whenever I lose windage in the headsail. I pushed up into the wind a bit, so I quit losing the windage as much, but she's doing okay. So yeah, it's looking good. It looks like it's not going to be too bad of a passage of the baby, hopefully. Knock on wood, wherever. So far, so good. So fingers crossed we can go out a few more days during the summer. I can find some days off. We can take her out and do maybe some longer passages somewhere and see how she does. Probably need to do an overnighter at some point, if that's possible, before we make our long journey south. And we get used to, I guess, tending for a baby along the way.
What's it about?
Just put you down because it was a finished breakfast. What about this guy though?
The lobster.
Sorry, honey. Had to jive.